Hey, what's up guys? It's Aaron, or LM9, and today I'm going to be showing you guys two custom LEGO minifigures I made based off of characters from Amazon Prime's The Boys. Now I know I primarily do Star Wars stuff on this channel, and gauging some of the responses to my teaser pictures I was posting, I realized some of you don't really know what The Boys is. So just for some context, The Boys is a show on Amazon Prime Video about superheroes, but it's very dark, satirical, violent, and just overall disgusting, so it's definitely intended for mature audiences. However, it has quickly grown to be one of my favorite shows since I really like the writing, have an absolute blast watching all of the characters, and I enjoy some of the political and social commentary that the show has. So if you guys haven't watched it, I definitely would recommend it, but just keep in mind it's not for kids. Anyway, the second season of the show ended today, so I thought it would be fun to whip up some figures from the show for this occasion. So I made my two favorite characters from the show, so let's go ahead and take a better look. So we'll start things off with Homelander. Now in the show, Homelander acts as the leader of the Seven, which is this universe's big famous superhero team. Now, Homelander is basically like Superman, but has some really severe mommy issues, is a huge egomaniac, and always seeks constant appreciation while just having a general disregard for innocent life.
Terrific.
So even though Homelander is just a ginormous piece of garbage, I still absolutely love to hate him, and I really wanted to make a figure of him, so here he is. So for a base, I had to sculpt a more pronounced chest since he has some big muscles. Then I also sculpted the eagles on his shoulders and the eagles on his boots and his belt as well. The main undersuit was painted in a dark blue with a satin finish, and then over top that I painted all of the little rivets in the scales of his costume in a gloss dark blue, which is an absolute nightmare, but I'm really pleased with the result here. On his torso, I painted the red and gold for his collar, added the little red stitching for the flap. I outlined his pecs in black and painted the six-pack, and then I also used some vinyl for the belt, which was painted in gold and some black details. The arms have the eagle sculpted on the shoulders and were painted in gold and then washed in black. For his gloves, I just used some red hands. I painted up some tiny tactical glove tops, and then I continued the gloves onto the arms with some E-tape. On this part, I painted a fairly simple design in gold. The legs have the boots painted on in red with a gold trim as well, and the gold eagles. Now his cape is a custom piece resembling the American flag. This was just a normal Lego cape cut to size, and then I painted the red and white stripes on it, 6 white and 7 red to be exact. The top portion is a thin piece of vinyl glued on, and then it was painted in a brighter blue, and then I painted these stars on to complete the look and managed to squeeze in 47 stars on here. So I was only 3 away from my goal of 50 in order to make it a true American flag. But even though I missed 3 stars, I'm still very, very pleased with this cape, and this is probably one of the hardest parts of doing this figure. Now the head actually has 2 expressions. The first is this normal expression, which has essentially everything on it, except for the eyes painted by me. Homelander has an oddly shaped mouth, so I tried to capture that while also making him grin a little bit, and I think it turned out okay. It definitely could be a little better, but I think it works. Now the second expression, and my favorite of the two, is him with his heat vision eyes. This head was a Superman head, but then I repainted the main facial features and the eyebrows. Now the last thing on this is the hairpiece, which is a custom piece from Lele Brick that I got off of Firestar Toys, and then painted tan and washed in brown to make it look more like his hairstyle. Overall, I'm just really happy with this Homelander figure. After making it, I kind of want to go ahead and make the other members of the Seven, but it might be a little while until I revisit this idea. But just let me know down in the comments how interested you guys are in seeing that. Now, the second figure I made is Billy Butcher. Now, for those of you who haven't seen the show, Butcher is one of the main protagonists of the show in the crew of Boys, and is wonderfully played by Karl Urban. He's dirty, he's funny, he's a huge asshole, he's Australian, and he's just an absolute blast to watch.
Holy fuck! That was diabolical!
Now, when compared to Homelander, this guy was fairly simple to make. His pants are painted in a matte black with some glossy black boots. He has a Hawaiian shirt, which has a bunch of plants and leaves painted on in gray and green, with some smaller details in red and orange. The main shirt outlines, like the collar, were done in dark gray. His trench coat is from Cape Madness and was painted in a matte black with some dark gray details painted on for the collar, the pockets, buttons, and the stitching. And the arms are also painted up in this matte black color with some gray stitching detail as well. The face on this figure started off as a Legolas head, but I repainted everything except the eyes to better match Karl Urban's likeness, and I am really quite proud of this. I try to make it look like he had a shit-eating grin, and I think it works. But other than that, I painted on all of the little facial details, like all of the wrinkles and the beard. I think it turned out pretty nice. Now, the hair is the Sleepy Boy hair with the sides sanded down a little bit, has some of the top reshaped, and then everything was painted up in black. Now, Butcher uses a wide variety of weapons in the show, ranging from a crowbar to a 50 cal sniper, but I went with this suppressed M4 from Tiny Tactical he uses in Season 2, just because I like the way it looked on this figure, and I wanted an excuse to use a Tiny Tactical gun. But that is pretty much it for Butcher. Overall, I had a lot of fun making these figures, and it was nice breaking away from the big sculpts and just making some Star Wars figures just to make something a little more fresh and relevant. So hopefully you guys enjoy these figures, and if you guys are fans of The Boys and want me to make more, I'd absolutely love to, so just let me know down in the comments if you guys are interested in that. Stay tuned for more Star Wars figures, my Halo Reach project, and some more tutorials. Got a bunch more planned, so all of those should be coming soon. Again, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys later.